Hi, this is Doug and Cindy with Elder Law Practice 5cast. Thanks for joining us today. This is a show where we answer your questions. And today we have got a good one. It's what is uncompensated transfer? So that's a mouthful. Uncompensated transfer.
Okay, so to put this in context, if your loved one is in a nursing home, going to a nursing home, they're going to apply for Medicaid benefits to help pay for their long-term care. They need to meet the eligibility criteria, and then you look to see, is there anything that would otherwise disqualify them? And this is where the uncompensated transfers come into play.
So let's compare that to like a compensated transfer. So like if the neighbor kid mows your yard and you pay the neighbor kid $20, well, he mowed your yard, you gave him $20. That's pretty straightforward business deal. That's a compensated transfer. Kid mowed your yard, you gave him compensation or money. So what's an uncompensated transfer?
Okay, so a lot of times when people see that their loved one is going to go into the nursing home, they'll take their name off of the bank account or take their name off the CD so that when they go into the nursing home, they don't have these assets any longer. The mom no longer has that bank account or no longer has her name on the CD.
So if mom's name and daughter's name's on there and mom takes her name off, just leaving daughter's name on there, in effect mom gave the money to daughter, and then that's an uncompensated transfer or like a gift. Mom no longer has access to that money, she gave it to the daughter. Sometimes it's more straightforward. Mom just gives daughter money. And that's an uncompensated transfer.
Well, they told mom she had to spend down, right?
Right.
So.
And sometimes mom just spends down by giving checks. She didn't know, and she just gives money away. Those are considered uncompensated transfers. Sometimes it's something, the asset may be worth, like a vehicle's worth $10,000, and mom sells it to one of the family members for $5,000. Well, she sold it for way less than fair market value, and that could be considered an uncompensated transfer.
Another one that's real common is life insurance that has cash value. You just change ownership on the policy. Well, that cash value is considered an uncompensated transfer.
And we've had people before that say, mom sold me the farm. Well, what did you pay for it? Well, the deed says $10 and other good and valuable consideration, so I paid $10 for it. Well, that's pretty obviously an uncompensated transfer. Sold it for way less than what it's worth. So any of these situations, and you can just let your imagination go, like how many ways could you think of you could have an uncompensated transfer situation. We've seen most of them over the years. And a lot of times people didn't plan this or didn't do this for the purpose of trying to get by with something. It just happened, and it's something that happened in life, and money was paid or something was sold for way less than what it's worth, resulting in an uncompensated transfer. And if there is an uncompensated transfer, well, what does that matter? What's the result of that?
Okay. You will have to calculate up the total dollar value of the uncompensated transfers. That's divided by a penalty divisor, and they come up with a certain number of months of penalty that DHS says we would otherwise pay for your care, but for this uncompensated transfer, it has created a penalty period of X number of months. So they won't pay.
So if they're in this certain number of months referred to as a penalty period, this is a period of time where grandma spent her money down, she's otherwise qualified, Medicaid vendor payments would have started this month, but because of these uncompensated transfers, it's going to be weeks, months, maybe even years before Medicaid payments start, and that results in what's called a gap in coverage. We've created a gap here. This is a period of time when grandma's spent down, she can't pay because she broke. The kids don't have to pay, and the state's saying it's going to be however many months in the future before we start paying. So what happens to poor grandma? Grandma's in a nursing home, And who's paying her nursing home expenses? Do you think the nursing home will let her stay there for free?
Probably not.
Maybe not. She can ask, but maybe not. So what happens? The family's put in quite a situation here. Do they pay for it? Do they take mom home? You know, grandma's probably in a nursing home for a reason. She probably needs to be in a nursing home. She probably has some serious medical issues going on. She needs to be there. She needs that level of care. She may not be able to go home. So it's an issue. So don't put yourself in this situation where you have a gap in coverage. Do planning early and try to discover these issues early before they come up in batches. So I think that's about all we got today on this. We would appreciate if you have any questions or comments, if you would just type them in below. If you like this video and like the content that we provided, give us a couple of thumbs ups, and please subscribe to our channel on YouTube so you can be notified when we do another video so you don't miss anything.
So, for more information on how to protect your assets from the cost of nursing home care or avoiding a penalty period, then click the description below.
Thanks for watching today. We look forward to seeing you again on a future video.